Hey guys, what's up? StereoDragonGravity here, bringing you today, again, a future card Buddyfight deck profile of Jackknife Dragon. So, I finally got this deck to a point where I can showcase it for you guys. So, let's go ahead and get into the deck profile. So, of course, my buddy monster is Jackknife Dragon, and we have a Drago World flag, because it's Dragon World. And yeah, Jackknife is shiny Jackknife. Yeah. I don't know if you can see that. So let's put that aside. And I'm dropping cards. That's not good. So I'm going on to size 2 monsters since I run no size 3 in this deck. I'll run 2 single rare and 2 trial deck, Jackknife Dragon, because he is your buddy monster and he is the main strategy for your deck. His skill is call cost, pay 1 gauge, and act. You may pay 2 gauge. If you do, search your deck for a monster with Jackknife in its card name and call it on top of this card and shuffle your deck. So he really helps make combos with your other Jackknives. So, very good card. And yeah, put those there. I guess, I don't know. Or we're gonna put them there. I don't know. Sort of getting blinded. So, next I run 2 Jackknife Thunderstorm. He is one of the evolutions of Jackknife. His skill is pay 1 gauge and put this card on top of a monster on your field with Jackknife in its card name, and act, Thunder Raid. If this card is on the left or right, you may pay 2 gauge. If you do, no, pay 2 life. My bad, pay 2 life points. And destroy a monster on the field. So he's a very good card. So he helps with clearing the field, clearing the center for your impacts and stuff. So, run 2 of him. And then I run 2 Jackknife Dispersal. Again, pay 1 gauge, call it on top of a card with Jackknife in its name. And this card has Soul Guard and Penetrate. As well, he's mainly a big attacker, and both are shiny. Because shiny is awesome. I was running other level 2s in this deck, but size 2s. But I figured I just got to the point where I only want Jackknife on my field as a size 2 monster. I don't want any other, so I just went with this for my size 2, and I do not have any aggressor, but that's fine, because it's all to player preference, and I like these guys, and aggressor's hard to find. So next, size 1 monsters, I run 4 I don't know if I can remember how to say this, Zentetsundachi Dragon, if I said that right. He's basically your basic attacker that's a samurai. He just looks awesome with his katana blade there. He's your basic 5k attacker with 4k defense and 1 crit, because most beaters are 5, so you can get rid of that, and plus the 4 defense is useful at times. Next, I run 3000 Rapier Dragon. Again, he's 5k attack and 2 crit, so he's another staple attacker, since you're gonna have your Jackknife Dragon always on the field, and yeah, you just want other attackers to randomly call with Jackknife. Next, I run 3 Bladewing Dragon. Originally, I didn't want to run this in this deck, but I came to the conclusion that this deck needed more defense, since you can't really have a monster in the center because Jackknife has to go on the left or right, so for the skills to work. And then, so he has move, so he can move in each beginning of each player's attack phase. You can move him to the center if you don't know what he does. Next, I run 2 Bronze Shield Dragon. I've had a bunch of different cards here, but I just came to the conclusion I wanted more defense early game. If I get him, I can call him there. And it's just another annoying thing to my opponent because he has 6k defense, so yeah, I just went with 2 of him. If there's a El Quixote version of a armor dragon ever going to come out, I would put that there. But till then, yeah. Going on to spells, we have 2 Jackknife Braveheart. Its skill is cast cost, pay 2 gauge. Search your deck for a card with Jackknife in its card name, and put it in your hand. Mainly you want to use it to get your Jackknife if you don't have it in hand, because again, these are useless unless you have Jackknife already on the field. So I don't always use it, but it's just there as a backup, good backup. So 2 Jackknife Braveheart. Next, I run 2 Dragonic Charge, because this deck is very gauge heavy. So I run 2 Dragonic Charge to fill up gauge. Next, I run 2 Dragonic Grimoire. Basically because Dragon World just has so much bad advantage with hand advantage. You use your cards and then it's gone. But since this deck, you can control your life a lot. There's a lot of cards that make you lose life and gain life. Like I've shown Jackknife Thunderstorm, who makes you lose 2 life and retire a monster. So you can control your life ratio a lot in this deck. That's the main point of the deck. So, next I run 4 Green Dragon Shield, your basic negate and gain 1 life. Again, you know, this is a staple in any Dragon World deck. You need it. And then I would run Blue Dragon Shield, but I don't have any extra Blue Dragon Shields. So instead I run 4 Drago Energy. Give 3k attack and defense to an armored dragon in battle, and gives it counterattack. So a very helpful card, since you do run a lot of monsters with high defense, and you have that penetrate Jackknife. So next, I run 2 Drago Bond. After a lot of testing, I decided, hey, I'm just gonna run this card, because a lot of times your opponent will go for a Jackknife. They want your Jackknife gone. What this card does is counter. Choose if I can read it, a monster on the field during this turn. The next time that monster would be destroyed, gain 2 life, and prevent it from leaving the field. So it's, again, you gain 2 life and prevent your Jackknife from leaving. So it's a great card for Jackknife. So your opponent attacks the unit, your monster, and then before it dies, you just cast this and was all. Next, I run 2 Green Dragon Knights, Son of Ancient Lands. Again, a very neat card, especially for this deck. Since you can call so many, I run so many level 1s, and according with Jackknife, I can call Jackknife, Buddy call Jackknife, and then use his skill. I gain 3 life, because what this card's skill is, for every time you call an armored dragon to your field, you gain 1 life. And then you can only have one of these on the field at once. So I run 2, just so I can see it, and if my opponent runs any destruction cards. So, and then next, I run 2 Dragonic Heal, because again, you want life points in this deck, because your opponent's attacking you, and then you're killing your own life points at the same time. So it's just another tech. I would run Blue Dragon Shield instead of this, if I had any. But next, going on to weapons, to get these out of the way, I run 3 Dragon Blade Drago Breach. Now this has become my new favorite blade, weapon, item, whatever you want to call it, for Dragon World. Basically I just love how you can make all these plays with it, because I even, in my drum bunker, I use it, and its call cost is pay 1 gauge and pay 1 life point. So it's another way for you to control your life. You can make your life go down by 1. Say use Jackknife Thunderstorm. Where is he? Thunderstorm to get your life to 6. And you want to use your Dragonic Grimoire because you have no cards in hand. Or you have only 1 card in hand. If this is your card, you call it. Get yourself to 5. And then use your Dragonic Grimoire to get more cards. So I would say a very useful card for this deck. And then staple, I run 3 Drago Blade Drago Fearless, just because it's a weapon with 2 crit and 3k attack, and it has no call cost. This deck is very gauge heavy, and you want your hand size, so I decided just to go with this, just to get those beatdown attacks on your opponent and stuff. So, and last but not least, impacts. I ran 2 Gargantuan Punisher Tsuku version because it's Tsuku's deck. Yeah, Tsuku. And then I run 2 Dragonic Punisher. So, yeah, I'm not gonna go into that skill too long. So, this has been my deck profile for Jackknife Dragon. I'll probably have an updated version of this since it looks like more support for it will come out. But until then, thanks for watching. Peace out.